TJ Holmes is being investigated by ABC to see if he violated violated company policy. Mhm. He's they're trying to see if he violated company policy, and now we hear that Amy's going back to work next week, and we don't know what's going on with TJ, and the black people is crying foul. Not me, not me. I ain't crying foul for you because this just happened to Eme. Hello, TJ. We all summer, this is what we were talking about with Eme slinging the ding-a-ling around. Granted, Eme was engaged. He could break that engagement whenever he wanted to break it. But you, as a married man, is out here slinging it around with the Beckys at the job. So I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. So you and Eme must be the face of foolish black men who don't know how to keep it in the plans and stop slinging it in and out of these Beckys. The only thing I am thankful for, praise Jesus, I got my oil. I'm going to pray over him. I'm going to pray over him because all one of these Beckys need to say was, "Oh, he looked at me inappropriately." I'm sure Me Too is over there talking to them right now. Just say he forced you. Just say he pushed you. Just say he looked at you and you felt uncomfortable. And we gonna pray. That's the only thing I'm gonna pray. Okay, the only thing I'm gonna pray for Eme and TJ, that none of these Beckys do not say they were forced or he was inappropriate with them or anything like that, because you know how they do. Because for Amy to be coming back to work on Monday, what about TJ? Why he not coming back? But I don't care. You messing up your bag. You messing up your good name. You cheating on that beautiful, what you call her, super black woman. Hello, strong, independent black woman. That's how they see you. You are a super black woman power. So they're going to treat you like a man with all your super black woman power. Child, and then, honey, Bill Cosby, I don't remember if I ever talk about this. Bill, 5 more women have come out to say that people have worked on the show that he was inappropriate with them. I am like, Lord Jesus, and don't get used to me coming back to on back to back, because this is just something I need to talk about real. Hey, booze. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for those comments. I am crazy busy. Did you guys go over to Janice Hylton Mentoring and get the free sample? Free sample of the new book, The Husband Profile, coming out very, very soon. You should have gotten it. Let me show you what the free sample is going to look like. It's yellow, so you don't confuse it with the new books. I want to thank you, my darlings, for your love and your support. I absolutely love you and adore, and I miss you guys. And get a lot of Instagram. Girl, what is you doing? You haven't made a video in 3 days. I'm like, girl, you better come on over to G and Zilton, because I'm gonna be spending most of my time over there, honey. So this free sample, you should get it. If you go to Janice Hylton, it's over there. You should get it. If you didn't get it, send me an email and I'll have my guys to look into to see if why you're not getting it. But the free sample is over there. Thank you for your love and support. I am wearing one of Alexia's fall sweaters. Y'all know I love. I mean, I am an earth tone type of girl. I love this sweater with the balloon sleeves. It's warm. It's very comfy. And thank you for those of you who have shown love to Alexia, honey. She wake up every morning like, did I get an order today? Did I get an order? So I thank you for your love. Okay, be sure to subscribe and thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get in this article. Okay, so now they want to investigate him. It says ABC investigates if TJ Holmes violated company rules with affairs. Well, were there rules that says they can't fraternize? Like at my husband's job, um, They have rules that they can't fraternize. And if one person start dating the other person, okay, wait a minute, then they have to leave. One person has to leave. Okay. So I really think that because there's three women who came out. Okay. The first woman, he was with her for 3 years, and this is when he made that terrible. I'm gonna do a separate video on the terrible birthday wish he gave her, where he said, "I have given her every reason to leave me, but with her black black superwoman power, she stays with me." There y'all go, y'all strong, independent black woman, honey. No, I don't want to be. I'm not a damsel in distress. There you go, black superwoman power. I'm gonna do a separate video on that because we were, people talk about, oh, child, we knew what was going on. That's when he caught her. She caught him with the first woman that he had a 3-year extended affair with, that they were going to Amy to talk about their issues. And I guess she told Amy how good that mandingo was. And Amy was like, man, I got to get me some of that mandingo. Okay. And so that was one girl, and then another girl, and then now here is Amy, who is going back to work on Monday. Okay. And so now they're going to investigate him if Holmes violated company rules. The only thing I'm gonna tell you, TJ, go get your good lawyer, child. Go ahead and call Johnny Cochran. You gonna need Johnny to get you out of this one. Because I know Johnny don't went on to glory, y'all. I know somebody said it's Johnny's day. I know Johnny went on, but y'all know what I mean, okay? He gonna need that type of lawyer, because see, what they're gonna do now is they gonna try to create something to get him. Again, I don't care, because as a 45-year-old black man in America, okay, and you know what? Maybe it's just me, because I asked my husband this morning, did your father, your mommy tell you anything about be weird? He said, no, nothing like that. They didn't have a worldview of that, but they did tell you don't shit where you eat. Okay. That's the advice that most parents give. So I'm going to ask the guys at the job that's my age, because I know when I was in school, Professor Gunther, God bless him. I got to look him up. I got to look up Professor Gunther. Professor Gunther warned us, and he was warning the black men, be careful. You are not viewed the same way in this country. A black man can commit one crime. The white man can commit the same crime. The black man gets to go home to his mama. The black man will go to jail. Well, first of all, maybe the family don't have the money and the lawyer to bail him out. That's number one. But if the judge hand down a sentence, the black boy will get 2 months community service, and you will get 12 years in jail. And my dad says, do not put yourself in a position. I remember in the 90s, y'all know I had a baby at 16. So that's why I chuckle when the disgruntled, angry Agnes and bitter Betty come over here in my comments. Because I'm over here. You must not know I had a baby at 16. I know what I'm talking about. When I tell y'all, don't be baby mamas, stop having babies out of wedlock. Over here, Janice Hylton, we have one 29-year-old Kiki, 30-year-old Kiki should not, as a child star and a public figure to the black community, should not be having no baby at 30 out of wedlock. Trust and believe. I know what I'm talking about, okay? And they're just dragging the black community down. We're just going down, and then we want to whine and complain how the white man had 400 years ahead of us, and this is why we're broke and don't have no money. Let me tell you, my daddy came here from Jamaica and built an empire. If my father had a good wife, or if we were not estranged, my father would be a multi-millionaire. Do you understand? We just sold, last year we sold one of my father's house to take care of him. And this year we sold another house to take care of him. And we got 4 more houses to sell. So I don't want to hear nothing about the white man had 400 years of whatever among you. And when my father came here, and my father could have been a multi-millionaire if he had a good wife, or me and him was not estranged, my father would have been a multi-millionaire. So I don't want to hear it. Do you understand? I don't do it. Let me tell y'all. Don't come over here in my comments with the pity. This one girl commented in my comments talking about, oh my God, you've been so judgmental on, and she must not know. I think I'm gonna change my channel name to I'm Judgmental, okay? And they always want to quote scripture, but you never quote the scripture that says judge righteously too. Okay, and so listen, I don't do pity party. At a certain age, you need to know better. If you don't know, go read a book. Who told somebody that? Go read a book. Okay. Um, More perspective. Well, you've really been on one lately, ma'am, exhibiting judgmental on single women, divorced women, and traumatized women. I'm grateful the sister like yourself has a Prince Charming. It's beautiful to see, however, that affection be emboldened to for you to shit on others as much as you have been lately. Remember, the fruits of the spirit is chock full of it. And then I comment, you forget delusional woman. Okay, I don't do pity, but don't come over here. Unless your mama died, your grandmama, your baby, your children's father. He's your children's father where he's dead. Where he's alive, he's your baby daddy. Your mama, your cat, your dog, or you get sick. That's the only time you're going to see some pity and some empathy from me. Other than that, I won't hear it. Because what we've been doing has not worked. Having all these babies, marrying spooky has not worked. And see, my channel is not the channel for pity. There's a whole lot of people. I could name people. You could go over there and get pity from them. But over here on Janice Hylton, we don't do the pity BS over here. Okay? I'm going to talk about the Black women having these babies out of wedlock, and then you want to cry that the man has his foot on my neck. Well, if you keep popping babies out you can't take care of, how you going to pull yourself up? You can't. I had one child at 16 and I struggled to make a life for me and Lexi. And I still did not get to my full potential because I had a child that I had to take care of. I didn't go to graduate school because it was just me and her. And I don't believe in leaving my kids all over the place. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it. So don't come over here for pity. Go find just a whole lot of other people, women that are delusional and is going to have a pity party with you. But over here at Janice Hylton, I'm going to wake y'all up and tell y'all the truth. At 45 years old, TJ should not be slanging it around on Good Morning Number ABC. ABC's all over the world, Disney World. And then coming in the office like he's skipping in the office. Yeah, me and Amy, we knocking boots. Arrogant, full of yourself. These older Black men need to pull his coattail and remind. Let me tell what I told my husband. Let me tell you, you're smart, you're good looking, you I didn't say light skin, but I need to start saying that because the boys at the job say you will marry that light skinned boy. Educated, well spoken. But let me tell you something. You're a great man in front of my face. But let me tell you, don't you ever forget that to some people you still is a you know what. Don't you ever forget that. And see, some of these Black men, they go into these and they forget. They forget they're a Black man. So they're going to throw TJ under the bus and crucify him. And I'll feel sorry for you, sir. Because as a married man, you took vows. You stood before God and man. You cheated on your wife. She gave you another chance. You cheated on her again. She's finding cards and messages from Amy. So to me, why did you get married? You shouldn't have got married because you cannot keep the commitment. You have not disciplined yourself to keep your ding-a-ling in your pants or in your wife. You over here slinging it all over the place with the Beckers at the job. So we gonna pray, TJ. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. Because we like to talk about how women have been assaulted, but we never talk about how some women lie on some of these men. Some of these men that were crucified in the last few years are lies. Some of these women are lying on these men, and they're lying to save their own selves, just like the email girl. She got caught. Now she gonna say, "Oh, he said something inappropriate to me before we started the relationship," and you still was right in the mandingo, ma'am, to the point that your husband heard you on the bell, on the camera, and then now you want to cry. But I'm glad she didn't say he forced me, he assaulted, because that's all they got to do. I'm sure the Me Too movement is over there on ABC trying to get these girls to throw TJ under the bus. So we gonna pray for him. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. But as far as you losing your job because you're stupid black man, who your mama must be, his mama must be a white woman. Because any black man mama is gonna tell you, be careful. Don't shit where you eat. Leave these Beckys alone. Keep your dick in your pants. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing this at the job. Don't do any. And so now they're investigating him to see if he's violated. You better call your good lawyer. Get a lawyer now. Get you a lawyer now and start going through the rules and regulations at the job, so when they try to use it with you, your lawyer can use to fight for you, because they're about to crucify you and make you an example of a nigger that got up there, but you forgot who you are. So you over here slinging it in and out in all the Beckys at the job on Good Morning America. And then I was reading that Robin kind of stepped to him and said, "Come on, brother, what's going on?" See, Robin is thinking at his age, he should have it in his head as a black man. You should have that thing in your head like tick, 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 tick. You should have it in the head. And then he lied to her. He lied to her. Because see, Robin is thinking, you at this place of business, an international company, embarrassing us. Not a 19-year-old. 19-year-old be like, well, don't do that. Don't. 45-year-old black man, you should know this. You should know. Don't do that. Don't do this. You're embarrassing us. You're making us look bad. We got up here. Let's just be happy we're here. No, he be arrogant. Nobody don't want to work with him. Forgetting what color he is. I just can't. Teacher Jose Amy Road pulled from GMA. She's coming back. Teacher her fears with Romeo, but our other colleagues have put him under the microscope at ABCPC. They gonna go back from the day he hired you. Let me tell you what they're gonna do. They are about to call everybody you worked with and ask them, did he do something inappropriate? I guarantee, watch. By next week, we gonna hear this. We go, oh, he was inappropriate. Oh, he looked at me and I felt uncomfortable. Sources say that after the press revealed his relationship with co-anchor Robach, producer Natasha Singh and at least one of the staff of the network human resource department is now combined combing. See there? Through his past. See there? I didn't even read the article. Through his past to find out if he dated anyone else below him on the totem pole. There you go. They're about to throw him under the bus. You better put some of that money in your mama's name right now. Go ahead and get some money out, because they're about to rip you to threads, and I don't feel sorry for you, because y'all niggas need to learn. It's about time. It's about time y'all learn. When you go to these places, you have to act a certain way. When you come home with the kinfolk, you let it all hang out, okay? But when I think about the story of David, okay? David was a young boy. He was with the military and he was at the king's palace. And you know what the Bible says? King David behaved himself excellently. Excellently. You need to learn to behave yourself. Shouldn't be out here slanging it around. His name, forget it, is done. TJ Holmes is being invested to see if he had relationships with underlings. It's one thing for him to have a relationship with Anchor. Anchor said an insider. The question is whether he violated company rules by dating less senior employees. There you go. Meanwhile, Network Insider said the ABC News chief Kim Golden seemed to hint at a no stone unturned approach. Whoa, to the scam. There you go. There you go. No turn on stone. No stone unturned approach to the scandal on Monday, saying in the daily 9 a.m. news call, for now, I am going to take Amy and TJ off the air while we figure this out. And Amy will be back on Monday. And you're going to be jobless, and they're going to start pressing charges against you. We're told execs want to know if Holmes, who had a fling with Amy Robach, has had other affairs with people lower down the corporate list. See, that's how they're going to get him. They're going to get him by saying, oh, you have inappropriate relationship with people lower than you. Until now, ABC has been largely unscathed by scandals about big shot anchors luring behind the scenes. The Sun U.S. has also reported that his relationship with Singh may have broken company rules. Both rivals network NBC and CBS were shell-shocked during the Me Too era when titans such as Today host Matt Lauren and CBS This Morning host Charlie Rose were booted for inappropriate behavior with junior staffers. But this is the first time ABC has suffered a similar crisis. There you go. He's a super black woman. This is what a super black woman's superpower look like. Rose is married to Marlee Febbe, although they split in August. Last week, the Daily Mail revealed that Holmes and veteran anchor Robach had a relationship that included romantic country getaway and flirty after work drinks. Robach and Holmes both split with their spouse in August. The pair who co-anchored Jimmy together were taking over the year. There you go. There you go. I feel sorry for you. Page 6 revealed that he'd also had an affair with Singh, and sources told us that he's had at least one other work fling. Neither star has commented on the rumor. There you go. You better pray. You're going done. You could call Tyler Perry. I'm sure Tyler Perry will take you. But you think you're going to be working for one of these other stations, NBC, ABC, MSNBC, CNN, and Fox? You just go ahead, child. Go ahead and call Tyler Perry. I'm sure he got something over there for you. But you are done. You are done. And I need somebody to write a book. Here's a book idea. Just cut me my check. I need somebody to write a book about all the black men that were taken down by Becky. And I was listening to what's his name? God, I just put his book in my Amazon bag. Anyway, I can't think of his name now. He's on YouTube, big guy on YouTube. He said that Black Wall Street was burned down because of a issue with a black man and a Becky. Let me tell y'all better be careful. Do you understand, black man? Somebody needs to write a book. Dear Black Man, beware. Okay? You cannot go into these places and act like you are not a black man. Don't you ever forget that. You will never be seen. I know what the Constitution said. All men are created equal. We only created equal in the sight of God. Okay. And even with God, we're not created equal, because God has put man above woman. And it's not so much God has put man above woman. It's just that everything God does is a picture of Christ and the church. See, it comes down to Christ and the church. Man is representative of Christ. The wife is representative of the church. Let me tell you a story. My dad encourages Pastor Bradshaw. My computer's dying. Y'all know I had a baby at 16. For all the emotionals that come over here. I'm going to start blocking people again. I got a couple of people on my list, my block list. But Bishop would say, Pastor Bradshaw at the time, young girls, if you get pregnant, bring the baby. We say young girls because, well, you know what they say, mama's babies, papa's maybes, okay? He said, if you get pregnant, bring the baby. You already sinned against God and fornicate. Don't go commit another sin against God and flush the baby. Did I wake Lexi up? I'm sure I did. Yeah. 7:30. Wake Michael up. Little Michael. He said, if you get pregnant, girls, bring the baby. We'll bless the baby. Bring the baby. Then he said this, but he said, bring the baby. Do not flush the baby. You know, the big A, the baby. Don't do that. He said, but do not put yourself in the position to make the decision to big A, the baby. Okay? If you do get pregnant, don't do that. Bring the baby here. Give the baby life. The baby is, God created the baby. The baby's creating the image of God from the moment the sperm hit the egg, the baby here. Just bring the baby. He said, but don't put yourself, God's will is sex is for marriage. People fall, yes. Bring the baby if you fall. Don't big A the baby, but do not put yourself in a position to make that decision. And I feel like everybody, we need to have that in our, even with me at my job. Okay. If you don't want them to write you up for being late, don't be late. Everybody's late once in a while. They don't mind here sprinkles, sparkles here. But if you late every day, it's a problem. So do not put yourself in a decision where your power is taken away from you and you have somebody else have to make a decision. Don't commit crimes where you have to go before the judge and the judge have to make a decision for you. And instead of the black people telling the other black people like they're out here talking about the judge is treating you unfairly. No. Do not put yourself in a position for a judge to make a decision about you. And I know, yes, has been accused. You hear all these people who were in jail for 11 years and then they were found innocent. I know stuff happened, but I'm talking about stuff that you can really prevent. Mamas, aunties, uncles, brothers, everybody, warn your black boys, especially the black boys. Please, ma'am, put it in their head. I feel like they need to have Jesus in their head, and they need to have this thing that's reminding them, you are a black man in America, and you must conduct yourself accordingly. Don't you ever forget that. Because when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they go throw your black under the bus. Don't give them the opportunity. And so I got my oil here. We gonna pray for TJ that they don't accuse him of rape or inappropriate behavior, unwanted. You know, that's the word. Unwanted. Whatever. All right, girl, I got to go. I have to go. I love you. Run on over to Alexa. I don't think this is up here, but it will be up. Oh, it's so warm and nice, child. Ooh, child. I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit yet. I think maybe next week. Next week, I'll start feeling the Christmas spirit. Going over to Janice Hylton, sign up so you could get this booklet. I absolutely love you and adore you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll talk to you later. Let me know what you think. What you think is going to happen to TJ? And poor Bill Cosby. I didn't have time to do him today, but I'll do him another time. But basically, 5 more women that has come out to say, I work. So now, you know what it is? Everybody that worked with him, they got somebody over here. Didn't he say that to you? That was a word. They tried to do that to me at the job with somebody. They did that to me. Didn't he do that? No, he didn't. And the rumor got out that Hylton said something, and I'm so glad they went to somebody and they said, well, I heard Hylton say, and the person said, no, ma'am, not Janice. Janice is about a black man working. Janice would never say anything like that. And the person came back to me and I said, oh no, girl, never. I would never. Well, they came to me and said, I know. I ain't seen nothing. No, I will no. No. You want to write her? No. Okay. Love you. I have to go talk to you later. Bye.